Drinking man's diet, the correct cathedral. Oh, hey. So guys, why this guest today for this interview? He's the one that told me about sales, told me about business, how to get more confident as well, and he's the one that if you push me to start Around a Glass. Bonjour everyone, Lucas for Around a Glass. In today's interview, we're going to find out some fun facts of my guest and some goals that he has in the food and drink industry. Rory, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, before I say anything, let's kickstart with some wine. So we're going to start with some Shiraz Old Viogner from Heritage Estate.
Perfect. Cheers. What was that noise?
Amazing. Oh, a lot of spices. How'd you like it?
It's beautiful. It lasts forever.
Yeah, it does.
Still feel like I'm swallowing it.
Yeah, it stays on the palate. It's nice.
Beautiful.
Well, first question I have for you. When was your first time with wine and how was it?
I mean, I think the first time with wine, growing up, you probably experiment by stealing a few bottles out of your mum and dad's pantry or whatever, but the first time I can remember properly drinking wine was actually on a family trip to Australia, and my cousin had made some sort of homebrew red wine in a fridge out the back of their house, and I'd never liked any of the wine that I'd tried before that. And he cracked open a glass while we were having dinner when we first got here to Queensland, and the glass was gone pretty quickly. And we ended up, getting seriously stuck into that wine that night. I think I must have had 5 or 6 glasses, so I would say the wine was pretty good for a home brewer.
So what do you think about this old vine reserve?
I genuinely think it's an incredible wine. I mean, we've been to Heritage Estate quite a few times and they do produce great reds especially, but yeah, it's lots of spice on the nose, and like I said, it's pretty easy drinking considering it, and the finish is just beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Some Shiraz can be too full-bodied sometimes, too hard, and this one is super easy to drink. So it's grown on top of the granite belt, so it's not far from the Stanthorpe, and it's 94% of Shiraz, 6% of Viogner, and it's a perfect weather for Shiraz vines because it's between really cold in Stanthorpe and it can be really warm.
Okay.
So it's a 60 years old vine. So, Rory, we have some amazing snack from Agnes Restaurant and NOTA for the cheese. I know you're gonna like it.
Oh man, that was amazing. Thank you.
No problem. I guess you would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Next question I have for you. What was your favorite memory with wine?
Oh, that's actually easy. Most people would probably say it's quite difficult, but that for me is pretty easy. Again, another trip around Australia. My cousin and her husband moved to Adelaide, where he's a winemaker. We got to go and visit him after he'd been there for maybe 3 or 4 years, and he was just about to start making his own wine, and we got to help him pick the grapes for the wine. And about a year later, I had some bottles turn up at my doorstep, and he'd actually named the wine after the area that we come from in England. We picked it in 2016, and the first time I opened the Shiraz was on Christmas Day in 2018. So I left it like a year and a half, and then had it with my Christmas dinner in 2018. Incredible. So good.
Alright, Rory, the next wine is a wild Ferment Malbec from Witch's Fall.
Cheers. Oh.
Great. Phenomenal. So Rory, I know you love food, you love wine, you love good spirits too, and I know you have goals in the industry. So what goals do you have in this industry?
For sure. Well, the biggest goal for me, I'm a golfer too, so the biggest goal for me is to have eventually a vineyard and a golf course and combine the two. So you can have obviously select memberships to the golf club, select memberships to the vineyard too.
Okay. Wow.
And just be able to enjoy probably the two pastimes that I will enjoy until my dying day at once at home.
On the same spot.
Yeah, exactly right. That's like the big long-term goals. In between that, I definitely have a real passion for the craft beer industry. I'd love to get involved in a small-scale craft brewery at some point. I would love to get into some distilling. I love whiskey, I love gin especially. So to get into some distilling.
So about this wine, I know we've been to Witch's Vault already together on the Vino bus.
Yes.
I think it's personally my personal favorite from Witch's Vault, the wild Ferment Malbec. So in winemaking process, the winemaker and viticulturists use usually commercial yeast. All right. This one, the yeast is actually in the skin grapes.
Right.
So it's natural yeast.
In terms of a Malbec, to me it doesn't taste too traditional in terms of a Malbec, but you still know it's a Malbec.
So Rory, for the last wine, it's from City Winery in Brisbane. It's called The Fog. It's one of my absolute favorite of the moment because there's 5 different grapes.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. I know you have an Instagram page around food.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me more about it? I know it's been going on for a little while now.
Me and my partner were traveling. We come up with this idea that we love traveling, we love food, so we decided to start an Instagram page and a website. It's called Feed Me Everywhere.
Okay.
Definitely worth a follow on Instagram. That's just me saying that. But yeah, the idea with that is to just explore incredible food in whichever city we are around the world. But our philosophy is very much, if it's not brilliant, it doesn't make the cut.
So anything on your page is amazing.
Exactly right. Yeah.
So Rory, what do you think about this wine from City Winery?
Again, another incredible wine. I think for this one, it's definitely very smooth. But for me, of the 3, I feel like it's got the least flavor.
If you had to choose one of the 3, which one would it be?
First one.
The first one?
Yeah.
It's a pretty great pick, yeah.
Yeah.
The Shiraz Viogner, yeah.
100%. For me, it'd be the first one. I feel like it's got a little bit of almost like a Pinot Noir. I'm very into Pinot Noirs at the moment. What about you?
My favorite, I'd say, again, the 3 are actually great wines. I like the first one very much because of it's something different for Shiraz / Viogner. But I'm gonna say the last one, the Fog, I actually really like it because it reminds me of Europe and France and Australia as well. So for me, it's a perfect mix between 2 continents coming together. That's why I really like it. Look, thank you so much for being the first guest on Around the Glass. It was great food around and good wines. I know you've been around in the behind the scenes, helping me setting that up and just going with it. So definitely thank you so much for that.
Mate, my pleasure. Thanks for having me. Cheers.